All right, very good day or otherwise time-appropriate greetings to you folks here on Speed Gaming 2. Welcome to the Metroid Prime Randomizer 2023 tournament. We're at Swiss Round 1, and today we bring you a good one. This is BashPrime versus Death King II. I am Captain MD, and today I am joined by Jeff. How you doing today? Sorry, we lost Jeff for a second. Jeff, how you doing today?
I'm doing great. Discord just crashed. Sorry about that. I'm here.
No, you're good. But yeah, we're here. We do apologize for the delay. We did have one runner who almost had to cancel due to some minor health issues, but those have since resolved, and our runners are now just about ready to go here. In fact, they are ready to go here. So it is week 1, so we have standard elevators, standard item pool, nothing particularly special. Jeff, what are you hoping to see in tonight's seed?
I'm hoping that we see, I don't want to just go for the cursed options, but all the tournament seeds so far have been pretty forgiving. So, yeah, I want to see something a little bit more interesting.
All right, I'm fine with that. I would like to see more than plasma or something in lower mines, like some major important bit in lower mines. Like maybe we need gravity suit for something. Who knows?
Gravity suit's a fun one. Get some frigate plays going. Don't see that a lot.
Now, that being said, we have a lot of races due for you folks today. We've got a grand total of 4. This is the first. We've got Cestrion versus Cosmonaut coming up in just under an hour, and then another hour after that. Checks notes.
CZ versus Digglerath, and then 2 hours after that, Schwartz Gandhi versus Avina. So, lots of Prime for you folks.
Oh yes, that'll be really good.
On our left-hand side, we see Bash's timer counting in, so...
All right,
they're off.
Let's get started here.
So immediately having to start off with Space Jump first. It's always a fun one to have to, especially if you got cold hands.
Ooh, Bash even's doing an extra scan dash to get all across the back ledge, and we get missiles in alcove. Very nice. Means early artifact hints on tap today. Well, especially early artifacts. There's just one chilling right under the ship. You love to see it.
Now I was checking the brackets in the challenge for some info about these runners. I'm familiar with Bash, but I wasn't familiar with Death King. But it turns out they were part of the 2021 tournament, so they've got some experience. So hopefully those no one's got any race nerves going into this with both racers having competed in tournaments before.
Indeed. Was that a space jump in Artifact Temple? Because that would be really nice. Missiles and space jump early pretty much breaks the whole game. Yep.
So with our usual odd weekly settings, we've got 6 artifacts. We've got Root Cave, Landing Site, Magma Pool.
All right, so far so good.
Ruined Shrine, Furnace, and Main Plaza.
I'm sorry, is this a proper Randovania seed or a Bash Rando pre-Furnace Fix seed? Good grief, those artifacts are all early.
Well, let's see if it's another tree artifact and we get to see the great tree out of bounds.
That's ridiculous. I mean, again, there was a time where we were seeing that a lot, so it's not completely unheard of, but even still, can we have a little bit of spice, please?
Bash making his way to Transport Tunnel B. With since the first artifact we found was launcher, this is logical.
Bash almost getting knocked out by the zoomer there, but a quick, well-timed missile fixes that, no problem.
And not in logic is climbing Root Cave for our first artifact. Not going to go for the Arbor Chamber wall crawl. It's an easy one, but without Morphin bombs to save you, it can be a little risky.
Indeed. Death King's going to go straight into Chozo, and I kind of like this play because realistically, there's only one item down this path for Bash, and it's not likely it's going to be anything major, especially since you already have missiles and space jump. Granted, Morph Ball would be nice, but what are the chances it's just chilling in the half pipe in Main Plaza?
We've got an E-tank on Grapple Ledge. Okay, our artifact is on the half pipe, so tree, no tree artifact today.
Okay. Now, Death King looks to be trying to ascend to get... I think this is a play for the energy tank.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of energy tanks. I like to see them in my seeds. I did not see very many yesterday, but they're the first one or two are definitely the most important. These early scarabs in Chozo can be scary.
All right, we're seeing I thought we were going to see camera manipulation to check the tree, but no, Bash is just going to scan dash right into the energy tank. And I missed what was in Vault Ledge. We are going to see a tree peak anyway, so let's see. Oops.
So it's that bottom right corner that you're able to clip through. Almost there.
Ooh, I think I saw it for a split. I saw a item, but I couldn't tell what. I could not tell you what it was.
Death King finding the gravity suit. A lot of gravity suits being found in these tournament seeds so far.
And it looks like Bash is gonna bin this strat for now and just get it later if supers come in. And what is that on Vault Ledge? It's a power bomb expansion.
Very nice. Be good to have.
All right, missiles in Vault.
Various suit, okay.
Sure. Okay, that puts a few checks in Magmore into play.
Yep. We've got, let's see. Do Triclops Pit, I think. Warrior Shrine.
Yeah, we can do Triclops. Yeah, we can do those. There's Morph Ball. It's just chilling in its normal spot. Anyway. Yeah, Vanilla Morph Ball. That's a tough one. Actually, Death King's gonna be a hot minute getting there. Okay, so there's the artifacted shrine. I forgot there was an artifact in here too. Welcome to Metroid Prime, where there actually are rooms with multiple items in them.
Going back for the peak. Yeah, you need to be on that right side there in that little corner. Oh! What was that?
That was a unique... Oh, it's
Wave
Beam.
It's a Wave Beam in the tree.
Oh, there's no way you're dodging that.
So that means the super missiles are likely going to be early-ish, since Wave Beam locks a lot of a lot of our mid-game checks.
Yeah, and luckily because Morphball didn't show up when Death King went to Hive Totem, he really had no reason not to head back and pick it up immediately after. So looks like so far neither runner getting a distinct advantage in their current routing. But with the way things are going, it looks like our next stop is probably towards Magmore. Oop, Bash almost missing the door after getting stopped by bees.
The only issue with the Magmore play right now, I'd say, is that we only have one power bomb, and we wouldn't be able to get through past Lava Lake if we were to continue this way. If you don't get Lava Lake now, it's going to be hard to route it in later, but we also do have a lot of Chozo checks remaining with just Morph Ball, like Gathering Hall or Watery Hall.
Indeed. Looks like Bash is going to make the Lava Lake check. This is a gutsy play right here. But yeah, I mean, we can still get Lava Lake, and if it's not good, Bash can just warp to start from here, and then go to Magmore via Transport Tunnel B, or go to Frigate Crash Site. Which I would wager that's exactly what he's going to do.
There's our main PPs. Could now continue through Magmore. Felt like it.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Well, that's
Super
that's part of our.
Missiles
Go ahead.
Super Missiles in Short Tunnel, yeah?
Yeah, and I mean that's one of our requirements for our Magma Pool artifact out of the way.
Mm-hmm. And we have Gravity Suit already too, so the only thing stopping us now is Grapple. Although, actually, wait, no. Gravity Suit, you can just take a lava bath.
Yeah, I don't believe it's in logic. I think that's intermediate, but it definitely
Indeed.
is possible.
Oh yeah, by the way, we already have 4 artifacts. Alright, I see another Power Bomb expansion in Watery Hall. Unfortunately, it looks like Frigate Crash Site had nothing. Alright, so Bash gonna take a Power Bomb refill here and a safety save. Death King, in the meantime, is checked Upper Dynamo, but I don't think there was anything major back there.
Gonna take a little dip in the spicy water. Just a miss.
And yeah, now Bash is gonna go to Transport Tunnel B and do the rest of Magmore. So it looks like so far neither route playing out to either of the runners' favor, but we'll see. There's still about another half load from both runners of checks to do here. We'll see if Death King makes the gamble to Zoid. We already had Vanilla Morph Ball. Who knows if it's just Vanilla Bombs?
Baja calling the upper Fiery Shore bombs. That would be a gross check.
Yep, that would be. Because, yeah, I think as far as dangerous actions, they're placed randomly. So... Alright, and Shore Tunnel has...
Supers, it looks like.
Hey! I don't call this on purpose.
It's a big find.
But that's a big find for BashPrime because now he's gonna go straight back for Wave Beam. Or not? Oh, he wants to check Warrior Shrine first. I think Bash is kind of making a decision here to get this out of the way first and then go back for Wave Beam. Because now bombs can just be chilling in Tower of Light or something.
Yeah, see, I would have waited until I had bombs or boost to go check that. Just because you know you're probably going to have to come back here after the Wave Beam and to get access to Findrana.
Alright, well, Death King in the meantime has only found an energy tank behind Zoid. Not sure what's on Zoid yet. Alright, Triclops Pit is more missiles. Okay. Okay.
That's fitting.
We'll take the comedy game.
Yeah.
What a shot! The flamethrower boss had the flamethrower. Not the supers combo Death King wanted, unfortunately. But with that, this ends BashPrime's Magmor dive here, so he will be returning to Chozo now for that Wave Beam. And I would wager the next stop is probably Tower of Light, because it's right there. It's been an uncharacteristically common area for progression this tournament.
Yeah, definitely a location you don't want to forget, especially since it's 2 checks. It's a very nice one. But realizing that the gravity suit is also allowing us to go through Fire Magmor, we could hopefully we don't see any thermal visors popping up soon.
Yeah. It's a good thing those power bombs were where they were in Lava Lake, because had the item in Lava Lake required you to go elsewhere for power bombs or bombs, you would have had to literally do that, go into Magmor, and then go all the way back around to Fiery Shores. But hey, power bombs solved that. All right, so now the next big question. We're about to get supers. If Thermal Visor is next, we could have bombs on Thardis. Anybody want that? Show of hands.
It's interesting to see if Death King will make the journey into Magmor now.
Ooh, good shot. Looks like Bash is instead more interested. Oh, he was thinking about it for a second, but is going to go to Tower of Light. I think he was thinking about going to
Magma Pool?
Yeah, Magma Pool and Training Chamber access.
Yeah. Can be a little bit scary if you don't have... That's an interesting example. If you don't have any E-tanks or if you don't have grapple.
That's the first time I'm seeing that standable, too. Nevertheless, nicely done. Pretty flawless tower climb there. And Bash is rewarded with Ice Beam.
All of the beams.
Tower of Progression strikes again.
So with that ice beam, let's see.
All right, have fun full clearing literally the entire early game looking for bombs. Oh, what a redemption arc for Tower of Light we've seen this week. This is literally vengeance this is literally vengeance by the randomizer for Tower of Light previously being an impossible progression location in the past. That's a boost ball in Fountain, which is kind of plant locked. Wonderful.
Yeah, hopefully our runners know how to skip Flagra for that check. It's not too bad with space jump. They still need Spider Ball though.
Yeah, Spider Ball may not be too far away from the path given the circumstances. All right, we're seeing another safety save from Bash and a health refill, and this is going to be a play to Watery Hall. Death King, in the meantime, is making that Magmore dive. And has found super missiles, so that will be the cue to head back to Tree for Wave.
Yep, by heading back through Lava Lake, we'll be able to pick up the main PBs all along the way. Maybe we'll see bombs on Security Cave in Farfen. We saw it in one of the weeklies recently.
Bombs in Security Cave. So I would assume that means climbing up that spider track is in logic with beginner standable then.
I believe so.
We would need Thermal Visor and Grapple Beam in order to do that, though, because we'd have to go through the front door of Thardis. Because otherwise... Actually, no, we have Gravity Suit. We can Lava Bath our way through Magmore.
Indeed, indeed.
I'm
That's the one gravity check that a lot of people forget is, Space Jump and Gravity Suit puts the far more path in logic.
Interesting. What are the two artifacts Bash is missing at this point? Magma Pool and number 2 is escaping me.
Scroll up.
Furnace.
Furnace, yes.
Alright, so where's Death King going? This is going back through Lava Lake, so... Because, yeah, he hasn't been through this yet, but it does not have enough power bombs to get through, so is gonna have to hope that the mines have dropped one. Which it does not appear that they did.
Gonna have to go back to Triclops Pit and break those crates.
Prime 1 drop system, folks. To answer your question, chat, Death King did check the back of Zoid. It was an energy tank. Bash is gonna have to reset out of this. Which, to be fair, he's found nothing, so this would be a painless reset. Yeah, because no boost ball, no bombs, pretty much no way to get out of this. Okay, game, we would like to see a power bomb, please. We are now all the way back in monitor station. Anytime now. Anytime now. Meanwhile, Bash gets double. Thanks, game. Thanks a bunch.
And the reset. Yep.
Chat asks, could bombs be in upper fiery shores? Yes. Point of no return checks, or dangerous actions as they're called in the Randomania, are selected randomly. As in, they could happen, they could not happen. So it is entirely possible for bombs to be in upper fiery shores, like plasma to be in plasma processing and the like. So now Bash is just going to go ahead and zip right through here to grab the energy tank, and let's see if he goes out of bounds for Furnace. Does not look like it. All right, so Death King's actually decided to not go through Lava Lake and instead just go back through Transport Tunnel B.
Yeah, those drops were not kind. So at least this means that they're still ending up next to the tree, albeit a little bit of a slower path. Oh, Bash pulling off Magma Pool dash, very nice.
And that was an energy tank in training chamber. No sideways. Yep, no sideways speed cap. You love to see it.
Where is Bash off to?
Let's see. This is a save warp. What's he thinking? Frigate's out of play. We need bombs to do a couple things down there.
On our right side, we did see Death King picking up the wave beam, heading to Tower of Light now.
Oh, Bash might be thinking... Oh, no. I thought he was... yeah, Bash might be thinking Frigate crash site climb to Far Chozo. Yeah, that's exactly what he's thinking.
Yeah, he's gonna have some issues, though, with the morph tunnel in Chozo, though, since you need the bombs to get there, or boost. Boost is painful, though.
Oh, yeah. He's not going to be able to... Oh, so is this a forward frigate play, then? At least this is going to be an overgrown cavern check, but... But yeah, this could just be forward frigate. Okay, just, yeah, Bash having no issues getting up there. Not the standable I was expecting, but hey, this is Metroid Prime. If it looks like you can stand on it, you can stand on it. And even if it doesn't look like you can stand on it, you can still stand on it. Yeah, so this is only... Bash is only going to be able to get 2 checks here. He won't be able to go all the way through to Hydro Access Tunnel, but he will be able to get Out of Logic, Freight Lift, and...
Biohazard.
Biohazard Containment, yeah. So... The only thing keeping this out of logic is Thermal Visor, so if that's next, then Bash is just god routing this. But, Death King played the cutscene and should have seen that Ice Beam, so he does know that he's got to do that. Except he's busting out.
Probably resetting the room?
Might be not enough missiles.
Yeah.
Is probably what it is. Oh no, it's just flat out leaving. Okay.
Certainly a bold choice.
Alright, and Freight Lift has nothing. Yeah, I'm very curious as to why Death King is chosen to leave behind Ice Beam like that.
Perhaps they saw it and thought it was another item. That could only be the only
No,
reasonable thing.
Yeah, would have been funny, but it's only missiles in Biohazard. Alright. Oh, Death King is a little worked up about Lava Lake by the looks of it. So he's going around for that first. But unfortunately, this frigate play has not panned out. So I think the play here is to save warp out. Yeah, because it'll get you out of here a little faster. So... yeah, we're pretty much locked down to... workstation in Phendrana.
Yeah, my thinking would be to go back to Magmor, go to workstation. You've got it could even be mines, really. I mean, if you drop down there, there's we could see bombs and like elite control access. There's a lot of bad places bombs could be at this point.
Yeah, unfortunately, something that's really biting Death King is the decision to go to Lava Lake from the front and not the back. From the back and not the front, rather, because coming from the front, you would have just gotten main PBs and been able to proceed like Bash did. But unfortunately, that didn't work out with Death King's route. So, yeah. So Bash is going to just jump on over to workstation at this point. So yes. Realistically speaking, it could be workstation, it could be... Thardus is technically out of logic without Spider Ball or Grapple for a way out, I think.
I think you can leave through the front with the big understandable.
Big understandable, okay.
But we would still need thermal for all these thermal checks. So like
Right.
workstation and that, so...
Bombs in not bombs. Thermal visor can't be in workstation actually, because it's again, the game doesn't expect you to have thermal for the switches, so thermal can't be in workstation. Spider could be.
Bash going for the upper. Let's see the bombs.
This is gutsy. Did he safety save in, like, Lava Lake or someplace?
Oh my god. Doesn't need it. That's just mean. That was Baja, I believe. Yeah. those lots of power beam shots on Bash's side.
Rightfully so.
Yeah, might be expressing some emotions.
Oh wow, what a train wreck! I'm glad I'm not the only one who noticed the sort of telephone ringing sound the pistons in monitor station make, although I thought it was a beeping horn the first time. Like somebody outside was just leaving their car horn on beeper for some reason. And y'all get antsy when I call stuff on purpose. All right, so meanwhile, Bash first into Fendrana. And that's another Metroid in Shoreline's Ice. I have no idea.
Interesting flavor.
Yeah, I have no idea what that is in Lighthouse. Death King is jumping to Workstation now.
I mean, definitely not a bad call. I mean, well, I guess doesn't have Ice Beam yet, which is unfortunate. If they had that, they'd at least have access to all the labs checks.
Okay. Spider Ball is in the ice in Ice Ruins East. So we kind of need Plasma Beam for that, and if Upper Furnace is our answer for that artifact, we might be delaying things a little bit. Interesting. So Boost is in play now, because we could... actually, no, Boost isn't in play. No, you're expected to have Spider for Fountain in this difficulty, right?
Yeah, you'll always need Spider, just due to the fact that you have to escape.
Right, get out. So Boost is still locked by Plasma Beam, by extension.
It's a visor, I think.
Yep, it's X-ray. Well, now, folks, this is an interesting scenario we've been thrown into here. All right, so with Boost out of play still, only up to Research Lab Hydras in Logic and Labs.
Yep. We do have access from the back, though.
Yes.
The Ice Beam.
Yes, we could do that. And looks like Death King is going to fight Thardus here. All right, that was a missile in Ice Ruins West, so no need to come back here with Plasma.
Definitely a bold play with only one E-Tank remaining. Has power bombs to speed up the fight a little bit.
I don't think you can speed up the fight that way, though. Oh,
Nah.
yeah, but without regular bombs, this is basically how you improvise. All right, we got chat asking where bombs were. Upper Fiery Shores. And, all right, so this is a safety save. And I think Bash is trying to warp to start, yeah. So Bash is not interested in proceeding further here. Interesting.
Yeah, perhaps going for the furnace artifact now, get that phase-on hint.
That's not a bad idea. Because actually, we could be virtually almost done here if Plasma would show itself in a reasonable time. But yeah, I think, yeah, Death King, unfortunately, mistaking or not going for Ice Beam and Tower of Light, that's a really huge problem right now. And unfortunately, I know exactly how this feels like because I had the same problem in the Echoes Rando tourney, and that caused me to get kicked out of the brackets. So I empathize with this kerfuffle.
Bash going to check Ruined Gallery Tunnel, I believe.
Makes sense. Might as well just quickly grab that while you're in the neighborhood. Careful, because those eye lasers can hurt if you're stuck in them for too long. Whoa, hi.
There's our grapple beam for Magma Pool.
Okay, that's pretty much just a convenience at this point.
Death King on the final phase of Thardus. You can finish this phase in one shot with the power bomb, but Sunning had to go for it.
I think he's out of power bombs. I think he burnt all of them in the mid phases.
Unfortunate.
Bash not particularly pleased with that boost ball location either. Yeah, because technically that is a technically boost is required for Furnace.
Yeah, let's see if it's a lower furnace check or an upper furnace check.
Yeah, to answer a question about is the seed looking spicy, we had some spice early with bombs being in a point of no return check and Ice Beam and Tower of Light. That's about it, honestly.
I was gonna say the only thing that could really save Death King at this point is maybe a plasma on Thardus.
Not even a plasma on Thardus, but we could still be hunting for Phazon suit. And it's possible that and we saw in quite a few races this tournament, I would say. But we've seen races where one missing item that could be literally anywhere has become the great equalizer.
There's our 6th artifact in the easy furnace check, so that's fantastic. Probably gonna see a save warp in Gathering Hall and play for. Oh, can actually go check Farchozo while we're here.
Yeah, I can understand doing this now because at this point there's a huge amount of the game you still have to check. If you're lucky, Phazon suit is right around the corner with Plasma Beam nearby and you're golden, but at the very least you have the antechamber save station to get you back to landing site.
It'd be interesting to know if. Okay, so let's see. We need Plasma to get Spider to get Boost.
Mm-hmm.
So Boost is probably our last logical progression item. I'm trying to think what kind of checks could be blocked by that. Maybe we'll see Phazon in like Life Grove Tunnel or something.
Life Grove Tunnel. Yeah, well, Phazon's just a wild card. It could be literally anywhere. As far as where Plasma Beam can be, though, given that it's locking both the other ball upgrades, not that many spots, actually, beyond this point. Plasma could be in Hydro Access Tunnel. It could be in Upper Tree.
Could be most of the Farfen checks. It could be labs. There's a lot of places that Plasma could still be. There's a lot of mines that are open to us.
I guess that is pretty true. All right, Bash happily going to grab an energy tank here. Not quite sure what he was going for there with that, with those bombs. All right, we're gonna see the HBJ rather.
So it looked like Death King might be heading towards the Upper Fiery Shores check.
This is good. This is gonna net him his bombs, but the problem is this is gonna send him further away from Ice Beam.
Yeah.
Ooh, Bash was too high. Couldn't quite get into the tunnel. There we go. Well done. Third try is pretty solid. Nice wave buster.
Death King finding his bombs. Very good.
All right, so Bash is now in Upper Tree.
Perhaps we'll see some bar skip into a mines play.
That actually seems fairly probable, given where the likelihood of Plasma not being anywhere else in the mid game.
And since Bash has done the rest of Frigate, the Hydroactive Tunnel check is the last one that's required. Can easily grab that from here. Very nice bar skip.
Yeah, this is like a 10-second detour, so not a big deal. All right, well, we've seen almost all of our power bombs. And it looks like Bash's next stop is indeed Main Quarry. All right, so Death King's going to make a quick detour to Chapel of the Elders. I don't believe we saw this from Bash.
No, Bash did not have bombs on his first trip into Fen.
Right. I like how that turret shot just blatantly angled sideways because it thought Samus was where the camera was.
There's our plasma beam.
Okay.
Interesting.
That kind of does change things a little bit because Bash is nowhere near coming back to that area.
Yeah, no doubt gonna route from the PPC elevator back to Farfen and then possibly through labs. Might be one of the last checks. Does afford Death King a little bit of time, but unfortunately just missing that ice beam is not, unless they realize what they've done, if they don't ever turn around to go back to Tower of Light, then could still just be Bash's race there.
Yeah, this will be really interesting to see how this plays out. Now he's gone ahead and opened up Storage Depot A for insurance, just in case Plasma does show up next, but unfortunately we know that's not going to happen now.
The other unfortunate thing about Bash's routing here is that unless he wants to route all the way backwards after the Phillip check, going to have to do some spinners without boost.
Oh dear. Plasma being in Chapel is just convenient for Death King. He will now be able to check Chozo Ice Temple.
Yep, is also right there for the Spider Ball.
Oh yeah, because this locks Spider and Boost. So with Boost and Spider and Plasma now being in play, it is now the grand phase on Suit Hunt, so have fun full clearing the entire game and hope you find it.
Spider is in Ice Ruins East behind Ice.
Oh, okay.
Alright, another turn of events. Bash finding the phase on Suit.
This is actually pretty good for Bash because he can now confirm into the entirety of Lower Mines is irrelevant. So that actually eliminates a lot of places where he might have to look.
Yeah, very nice the amount of visible checks we've been able to do that have had progression.
Unfortunately, he's out of missiles, so can't Super Calvin here.
So can't spam the turrets, which is unfortunate. Luckily with X-Ray can peek the item, and we'll only have to roll a little bit. Doing an interesting technique to move the spinner, in just a little bit at a time, but it's moving.
It's also preventing him from getting shot by the other super turret. Bombs being where they were is actually pretty nasty, because you needed those to get through Chapel to get to Plasma Beam. So yeah, Bash is going to clear upper mines here, probably. And then it's probably just going to punch out at PPC.
Yeah, that would be my thinking if I was in Bash's situation right now.
Yeah, I think he's not too happy about looking for plasma still. I saw that sad face. And Death King's actually in a real big spot of trouble here because that Phazon suit is locked by Ice Beam. Because there's no way to get to Elite Research without it. And yeah, Bash is wanted to bust out, but didn't get the standable. Gets it second time.
So where does Death King go now? Possibly to pick up the rest of these artifacts.
All right, so if Bash goes back to Phendrana after this, then it will just be a matter of time before he finds Plasma Beam. And let's see where Death King is going here. Is not turning left to go back to Tower of Light.
Yeah, so likely confirming that he is missing that check.
Yeah, that's just really unfortunate.
Oh, looks like getting boost though.
I can understand wanting to get this just for the speed bonus. But yeah, there's a little bit of standable terrain on the spider track you can just use to just stand on there and scoot on the track as you please. Oh, except I think what happened there is that Death King was not able to move on the spider track, and I think what had to happen is that he had to let go of the control stick and then move in the appropriate direction, but for some reason the spider track just wasn't cooperating. That's better. Yeah, he's got to let go and get a little bit of momentum. There we go. Also, other thing I've learned with spider ball movement on tracks is to not change direction on the analog stick.
No,
don't follow the track with it, yeah.
So yeah, Bash making the play I was thinking of going to these far-fen checks. Has gravity making him a little bit faster, unfortunately, since we know we're Plasma Beam not going to be rewarded.
Indeed, a bit unfortunate, but it looks like Death King is making a detour for Flagra.
Flogger starting up on the right. We got Bash climbing up far fen here.
That was a gutsy back jump there. Unfortunately, Bash is almost out of missiles again.
Yeah, only 45 is not to play around with. Missiles a lot more important in Prime than Prime 2. Being a big source of damage with that missile spam. Oh, nice grapple dash.
Alright, so it's not, next stop is going to be Gravity Chamber, I think, unless he already came there and I wasn't looking.
Yeah, going Frost Cave now.
Okay. It's 50-50 whether or not Bash fights Thardus.
Without thermal, I would say probably go through, probably go through labs. There's just so many more checks that you can do. There's like 5 or 6, I think, instead of just the one on Thardus. Especially since it's not in logic yet. If you finish labs, you can also, and you find thermal, you could also just fight Thardus from the front.
Indeed. Looks like it was Ice Spreader in Research Core. Also, those turrets definitely just showed some Stormtrooper aim there for a second. Alright, looks like nothing but junk in Research Lab Aether. Oh, Death King almost fell all the way down the sandstone there. Now, Bash didn't pick up the item in Research Core, so the trigger for starting this fight is still here. So he's got to be a little careful on his way out.
On the right side, we're seeing a lovely ghost fight. We've got supers and X-ray, so that'll make this a little bit cleaner. Plasma is hiding in Chapel of the Elders. That's the Mama Shigoth fight.
And there you go. Bash skips the control tower fight.
Nicely done.
Starting to get a little bit worried about that plasma beam, I would wager.
Yeah, I can imagine with all the checks he's done so far, probably a little concerned that his opponent is doing quite well. But yeah, unfortunately, just that ice is gonna be the biggest roadblock, and it's hard to come back from that when you just you mistake an item.
I guess the trigger for that door lock is gone now? Because I noticed Bash took out the pirates at the top of Research Observatory and then didn't get locked out.
I believe it's just the last 2 pirates that you need to kill. Maybe I'm wrong.
Okay. Oh, the pirate at the top is the trigger to activate the cutscene. Okay. So let's see how Bash chooses to handle this. If he turns straight for Chapel, he's in business. If not, we might be here a couple extra minutes.
Death King picking up the grapple beam in Gallery Tunnel. Now has logical access to the artifact in Magma Pool.
All right, so no detour to Thardis.
Someone wants to go back and look at the VOD for how long they were looking at the how long Death King was looking at the cutscene for Ice. It might be helpful to see how clear the picture was. Maybe skipped it a little too early and didn't get a good enough view.
Well, the cutscenes aren't... That cutscene's not skippable. It played out to its fullest.
Oh. Well.
And excellent. Bash is going to Chapel, so he will be picking up Plasma, and we should be putting the bow on this seat pretty soon. He's going to have to deal with a boostless Ridley, but that's not the worst in the universe. Although...
Well, once he grabs Plasma, could grab Spider and go for boost. It's not too far out of the way, but it'd probably save the amount of time to go get it, as it would to skip it.
I'm trying to think, because you have to go to Ice Ruins East for Spider, and then back to Fountain for boost. I don't think so. Yeah, I think it's just a tad bit too far out of the way in this case. If Boost Ball was in, like, friggin' Crash Site or Overgrown Cavern or something, I could... Or Arbor Chamber even, that would make a... maybe that would be a more sensible detour. But I think going up, like, 4 elevators just to get Boost Ball isn't worth the trouble.
I'd imagine he'd warp back to start and head from Talon Canyon.
That's still gonna take you a hot minute.
As I was saying, it'd probably take similar amounts of time as boostless. Well, maybe for me, Sam's pointing out how fast boostless really can get.
What is the Sheegoth doing?
A little dance, a little happy dance.
Clearly. It's like, yay, you finally came and found this plasma beam. Here, take it. And that puts BashPrime in go mode at 106.50.
There's the save warp.
I think something that would have, if Death King was misinterpreting Ice Beam for, let's say, a visor, because that may look similar to the top. The top may look similar in that way. If Death King mistaked that for a visor, then his best bet would have been to get thermal, actually, because that would have tipped off that something was wrong. But unfortunately, that didn't happen. But yeah, Bash is going to go into this final boss sequence without boost or thermal visor, but it's not the worst. With 5 E-tanks and all suits, he should be okay. I mean, we've seen one E-Tank final bosses, to be fair, right, Jeff?
Indeed. It's not unheard of.
All right, Death King is going to Far Chozo now.
Yeah, I just went did a little VOD dive there to check the cutscene, and yeah, it's pretty hard to not to mistake that for anything but Ice Beam. Like, yeah, maybe X-Ray or something like that, but yeah, that's just a tough mistake. I mean, when you're under the race pressure and stuff, things like this can happen. It's just yeah, very unfortunate. Definitely a learning lesson, as all races turn out to be.
Indeed. All right, well, Death King picks up the Furnace artifact in the meantime. It's going for the snipes here.
Death King making his way to Hall of the Elders.
Yeah, Bash still exhibiting displeasure about the lack of boost. Well, Bash doing all right so far in the meantime, as best as you can do without boost.
That is the flying phase over.
Ooh, good intercept on the charge there. That was about as good as you can get of a phase 2. Well done, Bash. All right, and with that, BashPrime goes to Impact Crater, and time to face the Prime, Metroid Prime XO.
Death King going take this elevator. Unfortunately, it's ice locked on the other side. Not going to make it very far. No save, huh?
Yeah, no
Really,
save.
really think he's on a time crunch here, which is fair. I mean, you never know what your opponent's up to.
Yeah, given the circumstances, Bash pretty much full cleared the game, like up to all the non-plasma checks in the game, so in his mind, he's probably feeling a tad bit behind.
Gotta be wondering what's going through Death King's mind right now as continues his search for Ice Beam. Maybe we'll head for labs? I don't think we saw that from him yet.
We did not.
I think that's the only checks left for him that aren't ice locked. It's pretty much full cleared Chozo. There's nothing he can do, and Talon that's left. Nothing open. Mine's still locked by ice. Oh, could be going, yep, going up. Rube Cave still got the artifact up there and has access to Arbor Chamber as well.
Yeah, that's all actually in logic too with the grapple beam.
Yep, and X-Ray. Can't forget that all because invisible objects are off.
This is also the only artifact he's missing too.
Yep.
And Bash having very little trouble with these snipes.
Quick ice phase. Ah, good. I see. Death King's going for the phase on hint play.
Yeah, he's actually going to see that hint and be very, very concerned because that will tell him Phazon Suit's basically completely unavailable to him right now.
Yep.
To clarify with chat, the first few phases, the first 3 sub-chambers are essentially a random order, but never the same beam twice. If that makes any sense.
It's always power and wave, and then power wave ice, plasma, and that's in any order. And then it can be, and then it's all 4 beams again, but in changing whenever he wants. So.
Ooh, got the snipe. Nicely done. That's gonna do
to
it.
finish Exo. Very nice. Ultra Energy drops there.
Definitely want some insurance for this, that's for sure. Death in the meantime is just about to finish off Meta Ridley and get the phase on suit hint. Alright, not too bad first cycle.
Plenty of BBs to take out these Metroids.
Ooh,
Finding Exo immediately.
Yeah, really good lucky find there. Yeah, being able to save a couple of extra minutes on phase 2 is really helpful, Thermaless. Alright, that position should be safe.
Yeah, so the stutter shots are to stun Essence. The skipping the animations allows the next pool to come up faster. And now using some beam cancels by going outside of the pool preserves the pool for longer so you can get more damage out of a single pool.
And it looks like Bash wants to play this safe and get the fourth pool guarantee.
Yeah, without thermal, it's a little harder to pull off a 3 pool. A little, it's significantly harder, but yeah, Death King, meanwhile, has found their phase-on suit hint, knows that it's in mines, knows that they've got to find ice.
Well, with Essence being particularly cooperative, that is going to do it for BashPrime. He will take this race with an official race time GG time of 1:20.31, and a forfeit from Death King immediately after will end this race.
Get your GGs in chat.
All right, just waiting for both runners to join us for an interview, and hopefully both runners will join us.
1 second. I think with the new migration to with the Discord usernames, I think there's some issues. Let me just correct that real quick.
In the meantime, we are joined by Death King in the booth. GG to you.
Oh, GG's.
You're not gonna like this, but Ice Beam was in Tower of Light.
Ah, come on. I expected it was the visor, the last one.
We thought that's what it might have been. It clicked to me as you were picking up your last couple of artifacts that what would have been really helpful is if Thermal had showed up beforehand, but that didn't happen. BashPrime joins us in the booth. GG to you. Congratulations.
Hi.
GG.
I routed that horribly.
Well,
I could have just had plasma earlier.
Could have been worse.
Bash didn't get bombs on his first.
I didn't
pass
want
through.
to. I didn't want to risk it. I hadn't saved, I don't think.
Yeah, so Bash did the Fendrana checks before bombs, got them later, and then went to mines first, which as a result, he got phase-on suit, because that was in elite research.
I don't think I ever went to Vendrana until I got bombs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. You never went to Fendrana.
Yeah. The big thing that was keeping Death King back was did you mistake Ice in Tower of
Yes.
Light on the cutscene for something else? What did you think it was?
I thought it was a Wiser.
Okay, so you just chose to skip it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, very, very unfortunate because, yeah, you did find the plasma beam considerably early. That was one of Bash's last checks. Did
Yeah,
end
I
up
felt
finding.
like.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I just felt like that was my race to lose because I found bombs so late. I found plasma so late.
I mean, who would have gone inside there and check if there's anything else? You have to go the whole way back there. So I didn't do it either, my first try. I thought, yeah, no, the missiles are not worth it, and I don't want to risk it. Well,
Yeah, the bombs into plasma, which would have went right into like this was actually a really fast seed. I just didn't check the one thing that had plasma in it, which it was like I was thorough, but then like I chose to skip specific checks, and of course those 2 checks were bombs and plasma.
Oh wow, thermal was in lower mines.
Oh wow.
Access, very nice.
Yeah, I intentionally left that out because I figured, okay, there's like 3 items down there. I'd be shocked if they were plasma. I'd all fen open.
Yeah, and then you, I assume, yeah, you made the call for skipping the spider into boost ball as well. Yeah, with plasma
In
being your
hindsight, I
last-
probably should have. It might have been faster to actually go get it because airphase takes so long.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking that through because after plasma, you would have had to go get spider, run all the way back to Chozo and get boost, and then go back to Artifact Temple. So I wasn't sure if that was going to be faster, but who knows? That being said, to the both of you, still 4 matches left for your rounds of Swiss. Your thoughts going forward?
5.
Door Rando's gonna be fun in 2 weeks.
Oh yeah,
maybe
it's
not
5
last
more
location.
weeks. Sorry, my bad. It is 5 more weeks. My bad. But yes, I'm excited for Door Rando. I'll say that.
Yeah, getting Kong crud right before this match was unfortunate, but it is what it is. I wanted to make sure that Death King got their race that they wanted, so I wanted that so bad though. Oh my goodness, I need to just be willing to like set up. Even if I had like supers, I could always just go get it again. Worst case. Because like at least I would have had the intel to get wave beam. Also, I finally got the main plaza trick to work, so I finally got to see wave beam, which was good. That was annoying. I need to practice that jump.
Yeah,
tree.
it's the bottom right corner of the.
Okay.
It's if you kind of look a certain way, yeah. But that's the point you want to be on. Makes it a little bit easier. Yeah, definitely a good show skill from both runners. We saw the a nice magma pool dash from yourself, Bash, and lots of good movement from the both of you.
At least the artifacts were pretty easy to route in, but
Yeah.
outside of
Very
furnace,
easy.
like
The artifacts were like pre-Randovania, like early furnace logic type fast.
I'm just so upset about all the horrible morph ball upgrade locations.
Yeah, more ball
Plasma
upgrades in
locked
general.
spider, which locked boost.
Indeed.
Yeah.
So like you would have had to get floaty if you wanted to skip spider, which at that point, like no, like just spider like gets routed in like right away with plasma. So yeah, in hindsight, should have gone spider, done the save warp, and then detoured for boost, and then just had a better time of it. Like I'm pretty sure it would have been still faster to do that versus just doing air phase like I did.
All right.
I'm still shocked bombs were there. Like that, I was like, it's possible they're here. It'd be so bad if they are, and then they were. I'm like, wow, I hate this seed.
Yeah, we had a few folks in chat calling that earlier. I actually called supers in short tunnel, but
Oh, very nice.
So of course the I don't call things on purpose trope continues. Story of my year, but
Yeah, I'm glad I was right that none of the bosses were required. But like when it comes down to either Thardis, Flagra, or Chapel being my checks remaining, well, I guess also lower mines, right? then it's just you're not in for a good time.
Indeed. All right, well, folks, if you are looking for some more Metroid Prime action, right now on the main Speed Gaming channel, we've got Cestrion versus Cosmonaut, a match of old Cross Game Cup teammates playing out right now. But if you want to see a match from its start, in about 15 minutes, SG4 should be going live any minute now with CZ versus Digglewrath, and that's a spring ball match. Both matches are spring ball matches. And then at 8 o'clock this evening, so that's a little over 2 hours from now, we've got Schwartz Gandhi versus Avina on the main Speed Gaming channel. So yeah, folks, plenty of Prime still left on tap for today, and a couple more matches later now on the weekend, so stay tuned. There's plenty of Prime to be had.
Awesome. With that, any last thoughts from the runners?
It's just bad routing. That's all. I'm gonna go take a nap, I think.
Yeah. Bad routing, bad decisions. So
It's week 1, so I mean, like, it's perfect time to do that.
Yeah,
That's
a lot of people just getting back into to playing Prime again with the tournament. So it's a lot of people getting warmed up again. Awesome. Well, another GG's to both our runners. Thank you to Captain for co-commentating with me. Thank you to Jay and Ivy for tracking. And we will see you next mission.
See you next mission, folks.
See ya.
bye.